this video will serve as like just like a energetic, like spiritual update or whatever. I just like woke up pretty much like 30 minutes ago. And I mean, I'm changing so much every day to like accommodate my mental health, just and not even just that serious. Like it sounds so serious to say that, but really what I'm really doing, y'all, is just like adjusting myself to not sorry y'all, my neighbor's music is kind of loud. Um it's a little distracting, but I'm not gonna let it distract me, so don't let it distract you either. But it's crazy because as soon as I started talking, like y'all, it was no like, well, she had music going, but now it's like sirens and shit. But this goes with the point, like, I like free will. I realize that we've been manipulated so much. Like even us people that are like strong minded and like very conscious about what we do, whether it's like good, bad, or in between, whatever. Throughout all these years of life just going on, I realized like we went from kind of living carefree and like we have free will, before 2012, but people were still like, even if we were being like guided to move in certain ways and just kind of like live life in like a mundane fashion, I guess. I feel like after, like, we still had a sense of like normalcy, I guess. Like after 2012, I noticed like it became more and more of like uniform, like them trying to uniform, like slowly like uniform everybody into like groups and ways of living, I guess, as like a I'm just channeling at this point, but as like a, what do they call it, predictive programming. It's like, the best way I can describe it is like these secret groups like basically set up these like chess match, like this chessboard kind of reality where it's like kind of coaxing everybody to go into the lane that was designed for them. And we're all kind of like the vision I'm getting in my head is like if you go to like a cattle farm or like a meat farm, and all the meat and cattle are just like, and this is a vision I'm getting, this is not something I sit around and think about and try to like make sense of it and feel a way about it. Like I do feel things and like I have natural human reactions and spiritual reactions towards like everyday like life things, but this is something that's just like really dawning on me for real. Like as I ascend and I'm in these new spaces, I'm feeling ways that I've never felt or I haven't felt since I was a little child. But it's like, it's almost like I feel like my life has gotten a restart. Like I've totally like in like the same reality, but it's like choose your own player, like choose your own reality. Truly, that's what it feels like for me. And it's hard to describe, but it's also very simple. It's just like it's as simple as experience something irritating or effed up and just being like, no, no, like immediately no. And in the past, it felt like nervous, like, oh, is my no going to be accepted? Oh, I'm so annoyed by this that I have to experience this. But now it feels so different. It's like I have my personal power. Like last night, I was sitting and like, now motherfuckers want to listen to me talk. Okay, child. Okay, yeah, keep your music going, goddamn me. But anyway, like, sorry, I was just in here eating fruit and stuff. Like in the morning, like I'll just lay in bed and just eat fruit and drink water and stuff. So I probably have like pear in my teeth. But anyways, yeah. So it's like I was sitting in like a window last night, like downtown LA area, just kind of minding my business, like getting some food, and I was waiting in an area where there was a big window. Like I was inside of a building, and basically like I was behind a door that everybody just can't walk through, like whatever, because it was just in like a secure building, and there was lots of like homeless people outside because that's where they live, and you know, to somebody that's far removed, because I was actually talking to a friend and I realized like in St. Louis, like where I'm from, like it's not like homelessness to this extent is not normal. It's not something I saw every day. I saw like streetwalkers a bit, and, like homeless. like homeless people and like crackheads and stuff, but it's never been on this scale to where they're just like so confidently messing with people and walking around and stuff like that. It was like in my hometown, it's more like people are more like not ashamed to be homeless, but they're definitely like minding their business, and people like kind of mind, everybody's minding their business about the situation, and they just know not to kind of like, or they just, it's just different, right? So anyways, last night I had these like people walking past, and the guy that I'm speaking on now, like I don't know if he was homeless, like he looked normal, but he was just like, he looked like just like a young YN kind of just like black guy. Like you don't know what he's into or nothing like that. You just know he's young, probably has like a reckless spirit. I don't necessarily deem that as bad off the bat, but this specific guy was like a little threatening and menacing. It was really weird. Like he walked past me, and he just so confidently was just like he just like did his head like that, like yeah, come on, like yeah, come on, come follow me. And I'm just like innocent there with my pretty little makeup and my pretty little self, and I'm just like, what? Like what? Like you can't think I would have just been like, oh yeah, like here I come, like ain't no way. And part of it felt menacing because if I was by myself and I wasn't with a friend, I would have been terrified to go outside. I would have been terrified. I probably would have waited an hour, or I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have prayed or something before I went out just to like calm my nerves. But I was with a friend, and you know it was fine. If I was with myself, I would have been fine. And you know I probably wouldn't have been put myself in that position if I was by myself these days. But I just can't help but to think of my last year self and my year before that self, who didn't have certain knowledge about, you know, people's audacity these days, because people will try to blame you in a heartbeat and go, well, what made you go there, and what made you do that, and why you take a drink from that person, and why you smoking like that. And it's just like, nigga, that's I'm doing a little something called just living, you know. And unfortunately everybody, it doesn't have the correct guide, like blessed to have the correct guidance around them to let them know, like, you know, I don't know, some things are obvious and some things aren't just as obvious to everyone. Like I would have never 2 years ago, 1 year ago, followed the guy or anything like that. But one thing I would have done is I would have probably said my little prayer, said, oh, you know what, God got me, and I know myself, like I'm not finna talk to nobody. I can walk the opposite way. But a couple years ago, I probably would have done that and not realize, okay, this person could have been waiting in the cut, or, oh, you know, I probably should, you know, it's just, I'm just grateful I was with a friend, right? Because back in the day, a couple years ago, I say back in the day, but I really just mean a year or two ago, you know, I would have, maybe I was with a friend who could easily take me in his car here or there, you know. I just would have been more carefree. Like if I was in my house bored and I was like, you know, I want to go out to downtown, you know, get some food, get some drinks, you know, meet my friends there so I don't have to burden them, or, you know, with asking for a ride, or just knowing that they won't be open. You know, some people really just, you know, you think guys be thinking that girls just got it so easy. Like these bitches are not girls. You know, and I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but those who will have the ears hear me will hear me, okay? But like, bitches aren't girls anymore. They're not like, oh, I know my homegirl doesn't have a car, and I know she's not the type that's gonna rely on me all the time for rides. But you know, if I could just be helpful and not make her like meet me downtown without a car. Like everybody not trying to pay for, like everybody's not bougie. Like, I'm gonna get an Uber, like knowing damn well they're using their last $30 when they know that $30 is for laundry. Like, let's be for real. Everybody's living in the fake reality. Everybody's not living like that. And I had to learn that the hard way. Like, you know what? Everybody's trying to act like I'm lame when really they're lame. They're the ones pretending like they got it like that when they don't. And trying to like look cool in front of friends who actually don't give a fuck about them, will leave them behind, will abandon them, will flake on them. And me, I'm gonna keep my $30 in my pocket, because if you flake on me, I'm a dip. Or if you start acting weird in front of everybody, I'm a dip. That's what the if I'm gonna spend my money on some reckless shit, it's gonna be to protect myself. You know, I'm just saying that to say, like, knowing what I know now, if I was downtown in that position last night, it just would have been a scary situation. But me being more knowledgeable, I was safe from the harm that could have came upon me, if I'm making sense. So I'm just saying, like, it's just small things, man. And also, things are just, things just aren't the same ways that they used to be. And it's not the same reality that our parents and our aunts and uncles and people that are a little older than us know. Like, people, like, the world is not spinning the same way that it's spun before it span. The sun hasn't been out in weeks. I haven't literally seen the sun. I can't remember the last time I saw the sun weeks ago. Can't remember the last time I saw the night sky. Like, this is like, I don't know, y'all. It's just like, but I know I can also go where they're not engineering weather and manipulating weather and stuff. Like, it's one of those things where it's just like you genuinely have to choose your own reality, y'all. So I'm saying all that to say, just like, the plane is still going to be the plane that you're in. The planet that you're on is going to be the planet that you're on. But your experience that you have is up to you. And that may feel scary. It might feel intimidating and kind of weird. But I promise you, if you just breathe and take your time, like, no, you're on nobody's time schedule for real. Not for real. If you are clocking in or you on some type of time schedule, you chose that. This power is still in your hands. You can leave anytime. You can stay. You can change it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like, oh, it's so easy. It's easier said than done. But, like, I promise you it is. Of course, it's not going to feel that way when you have children. You have more locked in responsibilities. Okay, you got a house to look after, a car to look after, da da da. But you can sell the house if you don't want it. You can Airbnb it. Same with your car. You can move states. Like, free will, y'all. That's the talk. Free will, free will, free will, free will, free will. Use it, use it, use it, use it, use it. Yeah.